So an update on the hens. So it's been a week since these guys have all been together. We had a few issues with Pumpkin, who is this one here, who is the one of the hybrids, who's the really lovely hen, being a bit mean and a bit territorial on everybody, which I didn't expect at all. I expected it to be the Araucana, who's the one in the middle there, and Squash a little bit has been doing it too. Most of them have been fine, but Pumpkin was being mean, there you go, just showed her, to Cinnamon, who is my little Polish there, who's now got lots of tar all over her. So basically they kept like grabbing her little pom-pom and grabbing the back of her neck. So I've put lots of tar on her, so obviously it makes it horrible for them to grab her. And actually it's worked pretty good, so they're now leaving her alone. They do sometimes still have a little bit of a chase, but I've not seen anyone physically actually like holding her down, which is what they were doing. No one's ever, again, no wounds, no bloodshed or anything, but just a few little chases here and there. But Little Bean and Onion have been out with them the last 3 days or so. I've been spreading the food around everywhere, so they've got all up here, all down here, and there's been no other like big issues, just a few, again, little chases here and there. Everyone's been out. I've been watching everyone feed, I've been checking everyone's crops at night to make sure everyone's got some food in there. And everyone does. Just Little Onion and Little Bean look so funny with their little baldy bits. But I've been watching everybody when I'm here, but unfortunately I worked all last weekend, so today's Monday, but I'm going to do their full clean out today, which is what I normally do on a Sunday, because I'm going to do it today obviously because I wasn't here. So everyone's going to get cleaned out. I'm going to do a full clean out on the chickens as well. I usually do that about every 3 months or so. But just before we're just into autumn, I'm going to give it a full clean out, so we're in full kind of deep bed method by actual fully winter, and then obviously I'll get cleaned out just after winter's finished. So I'll do it now, and then they've got a bit of a completely cleaned out house and stuff, and then they'll be fine for starting again for getting nice thick bedding for winter. But I just wanted to show you that everybody's out. Squash might do something now with the bantams, but hopefully she doesn't. When the bantams all kind of hang out together, they tend to be alright. It's only when if it's like a single one or a couple by themselves. But again, there've been no contact for a few days, only like a little bit of like them threatening. And the only one, the new chicken, so I've decided definitely, so the one here is Olive. Radish is a speckled Sussex, and the white Moran, well, the blue splash Moran is going to be called Neeps. So it's basically turnip, but it's Irish for turnip. So I think Neeps is quite cute. So she's technically still turnip, but Neeps. Olive, she was going to be called Wasabi, but now that I'm definitely getting a frizzle, I'm going to call the frizzle Wasabi, and she's going to be called Olive. So she's going to either lay blue or green eggs, fingers crossed. But they've actually been good as gold. No issues at all with the new bigger chickens. They've been fine with the babies, they've been fine with everyone else. Chili, which is the well bar, which is the one that just came out of their little shelter there, she's the only one who chases the big hens, but they don't do anything back to her. She just chases them off, which is quite cute because she's tiny, and she's the one that's the lowest in the pecking order in the bantams. So it's a bit funny. She gets pecked constantly by the bantams, but she has beautiful feathers, whereas our other one, so obviously Saffron over there, who's got missing bum feathers and neck feathers, Onion's missing bum feathers and chest feathers, but again she was broody, so I think she was pulling some of them out herself. Bean and Bean and Cinnamon had feathers missing around the bottoms of their bums because obviously they couldn't see who was pulling the feathers out with her pom-poms, and then they pulled all the white feathers out of Bean's head. Not so much on Cinnamon, but weirdly just Bean. But everyone else, again, it's okay down here. So you say it's a week exactly today since they were all put in together, and no big dramas. So I'm just going to hopefully the rivalries and bits and pieces that we've got, I'm hoping will calm down, and then they'll all be all right. So they've been using Radish is using the new feeder in there at the moment, which is good. Because so far I haven't actually physically seen anyone actually use it. So the feed's been going down, but I've not actually seen anyone. But because with the big run, at least everyone can separate. But it's funny that these three, here obviously were the three living together, are always together. So these three are still always together. The bantams pretty much hang out together, which is good because they're better together. And then the three new ones quite often hang out together. So, which is quite cute. Right, I'll give you another update in a few days, a couple of days or anything like that. So, see you soon, bye. So a little update on the duckies. The duckies are all molting. So if you see that this one over here has got like no wing feathers, they want food, which is why they're making the noise. And there's lots of feathers around. These guys are molting, so we're not getting very many duck eggs at the moment. Alright! I can get them some food. So I've got it all cleaned out, so it's all out here. In here is all empty. I've just sprayed it all with the mite stuff and diatomaceous earth on top to stick to it. It's all clean, all tidy, it's all sprayed. I leave the door open for a couple of hours to make sure it's all aerated until they're properly in here tonight. Hello pumpkin. But yeah, it's all clean, all sprayed down and all sprinkled. So just waiting for them to go back in later. But it's all nice and clean, and I've got to get rid of all this, which is going to be a couple of barrel loads full, I think. Right, I'll see you later. So we've now finished the fencing. We put the fencing on down here. Then we had the posts in. So Mum's given them a bit of a paint, and then we put the fencing up. So it's just a short one. It's just an 80cm one. So we put some little posts in the middle of them all, just to give a bit more stability, and we put some pegs in the floor at the bottom just to make sure it's not being moved by the sheep. And even though it's only been up for a few days or so, we've already got some leaves coming back on the whips. These ones not so much, but further down we've got some leaves obviously where the sheep haven't been eating them. You see, we've got some here, some green coming back. These ones obviously they're not dead. There you go, you get some in this one. Coming back where the sheep haven't been eating. So this goes all the way down to the bottom. We've got some more leaves coming back here. This one's come back really good. A bit of sheep wool in there. This is coming back good as well. And then, but this is obviously what it could have looked like if they hadn't been eaten by the sheep. So now we're going to put the fence up here and along the bottom by the hedge. So we're going to start that today. The sun's just come out, so yay. So we've just done some more posts down here in the orchard. So we've got posts all down here, all down the bottom here. So we're going to obviously put the fencing up like we've done in the other paddock. All the way down there, all the way up this side, and all the way across the back. So we're going to put some more bushes, fruit bushes and things like that. We just want the tips from the sheep when they come down here. So we've got 25 posts in today, in the last couple of hours. So it went pretty well actually. The ground was nice, and we were wetting the ground first and then putting the posts in, so it was quite nice and soft to put in. So 25 posts in. We're not doing anything down that side at the moment, just around these three sides. And then that's it for today. So I'll see you soon.